Coming up on OU Nightly, we have severe weather chances tonight and further into your week. I've got all that coming up.
It's voting time in Oklahoma. Find out what is on the Norman ballot and when to cast your vote. And we have new information on the weapon linked to Charlie Kirk's death. This is OU Nightly.
You're taking a live look at Evans Hall on the north side of campus. It's warm and sunny right now, but that nice weather could change soon. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Reagan Garvin.
And I'm Leah Smith. Severe weather is expected to hit campus tomorrow. OU Nightly meteorologist Parker Schrader joins us now to discuss this threat. Parker?
Yeah, we do have some severe weather chances heading into tomorrow, but like you guys have been saying, it has been pretty warm today. We got some temperatures up into the upper mid 80s here, but we can see, look at that, there, colder air, 74 up there in Woodward. That's where our cold front is, and that's where you can kind of see it on the wind here too. And those winds been coming out of the south about 20 to 30 miles per hour, and that's what's been helping to bring in some of those dews, those higher dew points that we've got right now, up into the mid 50s here in Norman, 60s down in Ardmore. And so right here is where we're kind of watching some of those developing storms for tonight. And we're going to see those dew points begin to increase as we head later into tomorrow and the next few days. We got some severe weather on the way. So guys, I'll be talking about that later in the show.
Thanks, Parker. We are 1 week away from Election Day in Oklahoma.
And there are 5 propositions on the ballot for Norman voters. Proposition 1 will cover the renewal of a program to improve Norman roads. Residents will vote on a $35 million bond to fund the reconstruction of Norman streets over the next 5 years.
Proposition 5 seeks the approval of a bond to fund a permanent homeless shelter and resource facility. If approved, the bond would be funded by property tax revenue. Ward 5 is having a runoff election for a city council seat between candidates Trey Kirby and Diana Hutzel.
Early voting for the election takes place on April 2nd and 3rd from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Election Day.
More information about the ballot and voter registration status can be found on the website on your screen.
A new bill could change renter and landlord rights for Oklahomans. The bill outlines the steps renters can take if a landlord fails to meet legal duties. It establishes that tenants may seek damages or withhold rent until issues are resolved. The author of the bill, Representative Daniel Pay, says, quote, renters deserve to know they have options if a landlord fails their responsibilities and doesn't uphold their side of the contract. If the bill is approved and signed into law, the changes would take effect later this year.
State troopers are investigating after a 17-year-old from Canadian Oklahoma drowned at Lake Eufaula yesterday. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says the teen was paddleboarding Monday afternoon and was later found about 40 feet from shore.
New information is released about the weapon police say was used in the Charlie Kirk assassination. Matthew Carson has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
An analysis from the ATF cannot conclusively connect the bullet recovered from the autopsy of Charlie Kirk to the weapon allegedly used by Tyler Robinson. Despite that, prosecutors claim DNA consistent with Robinson's was found on the trigger of the rifle, although the defense claims it needs more analysis. Prosecutors intend to seek the death penalty against Robinson. And today marks the 31st day of the U.S.'s conflict with Iran.
Our job is to ensure that we compel Iran to realize that this new regime, this regime in charge, is in a better place if they make that deal.
President Trump directs blame towards U.S. allies not assisting the U.S. in the conflict. Despite that, Trump says, quote, Iran has been essentially decimated and that other countries need to, quote, go get your own oil. And in an 8-1 decision, the Supreme Court endorsed a challenge to Colorado's ban on conversion therapy. The court based their decision on the freedom of speech, not wanting to limit the speech of medical professionals. Roughly half the United States had banned conversion therapy for minors until today. And citing the First Amendment, a federal judge has denied Trump's order to block funding from PBS and NPR. Reagan, Leah, back to you.
Thanks, Matthew. And Oklahoma Festival is back for its 4th year.
OU Nightly's Cariana Gamboa is live in Oklahoma City. Cariana?
I'm live at the Oklahoma City Tulip Festival with how one nonprofit is selling tulips for a good cause.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose.
could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
It's that time of year again. The OKC Tulip Festival is back in full bloom at the Myriad Botanical Gardens. OU Nightly's Cariana Gamboa joins us live at the gardens with a closer look at how one nonprofit is using tulips to fight homelessness. Cariana.
Leah Reagan. I'm here at the Oklahoma City Botanical Gardens where I spoke with Curbside Enterprises. Now, they're the official vendor for tulips for the festival, and they've told me they've already sold 2,300 bundles of flowers, and with every one sold, they're helping change lives. Take a look.
Whenever you think of homelessness, you don't often think of us being able to be included in these really important community events.
For the past 4 years, Curbside Enterprises has been the official tulip vendor for the Oklahoma City Tulip Festival. The nonprofit provides job opportunities for people transitioning out of homelessness. Through programs like Curbside Flowers and Curbside Apparel, they're helping people rebuild their lives one bouquet at a time.
So in addition to getting some just great Tulip Festival merchandise and fresh cut flowers, you're also supporting a really great cause in Oklahoma City.
A portion of every purchase goes right back into the program, helping fund opportunities and support for the homeless.
This is a really great opportunity for us, this Tulip Festival event, for us to offer real hours of employment and wages to people working to better their lives in our community.
And at every booth, you'll find people who are on the path out of homelessness.
And so all of these tulips were put together by folks in that program, and we'll be out here selling those.
Providing dignity through work, helping more than 200 people in the past year gain or maintain housing in Oklahoma City.
Reminding them of their dignity, and a lot of that comes from work, having an exchange of goods, whether that is t-shirt screen printing or selling a magazine or making flower arrangements. So it's very rewarding seeing people grow and change and learn.
Now Curbside says they'll be back again this weekend selling tulips along with their shaved ice truck called Sasquatch that employs homeless youth. For now, reporting live in Oklahoma City, Cariana Gamboa, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Cariana. If you're interested in learning more about Curbside Enterprises and its programs, you can visit their website for more information.
Norman Fire Department and Police Department is hosting their annual Boots and Badges Blood Drive this Friday, April 3rd. The blood drive is taking place at the Fire Station 7 in the Training Center from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The station is located at 2207 Goddard Avenue. Walk-ins are welcome, or you can schedule an appointment on the website shown on your screen.
It is springtime here in Norman, and along with the warmer weather and the blooming flowers are annoying and harmful ticks itching to latch onto you. Bella O'Neill-Dooley has that and more in today's Health Beat.
As it continues to heat up, the ticks are going to get thirsty. But instead of water, they want to quench their thirst with your blood. There was a 30% raise in tick-related emergency room visits last May, and experts are predicting those numbers to grow this summer. Some ways to protect yourself are using bug spray, do bug checks often, and take a hot shower after being outside. To fight against the rise of ticks, a new Lyme disease vaccine might become available. Every year, about 500,000 people are diagnosed and treated for Lyme disease in the U.S., and Pfizer says it plans to file for approval of a shot they developed. But there is concern with going through with it because approved vaccines in the past were pulled from fear of causing other issues like arthritis. Between 2015 and 2025, poison center calls were through the roof, surging over 1,200%. A new CDC report discovered this is in part because of a surge in kratom poisoning. The psychoactive herb was related to over 3,400 poison reports just in the last year. Symptoms range from vomiting to seizures, and the herb is currently not federally regulated. And Dr. McDreamy himself, actor Patrick Dempsey, is heavily encouraging people to get screened for cancer. His mother passed from ovarian cancer, and now Dempsey is on a mission to assist those in need. You can visit dempseycenter.org for help. Reagan, Leah.
Thanks, Bella. Organization registration for OU's 2026 Homecoming Reunion Week is open. Organizations at OU can register for as many events as they want, with some of these events including Raw Rally, a parade, Chalk on the South Oval, Trivia Night, banners, Sark After Dark, and more. Registration will be closing April 6th at midnight and can be found on the Campus Activity Council's Engage page.
A new class is coming to OU Honors College.
Find out what course is being offered when we return.
Severe weather chances are beginning tonight, and as we head further into your week, I've got when and where you can see that severe weather coming up after the break.
Water is our most precious resource, and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource, and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, if your shower can fill a 1-gallon bucket in less than 20 seconds, replace the shower head with a water-efficient one. They are cheap, easy to install, and can save you up to 750 gallons a month. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. It's been a warm day today, but again, we have that severe weather tonight as we head further tonight. But right now, we got this big cold front. You kind of see that? I kind of mentioned that earlier. Cold front here. You got this dry line that's starting to kind of extend to our south, and that's where we're going to kind of see the focus point for a lot of our storms later tonight. And that's why we have that severe thunderstorm watch that just got issued not that long ago. It's about 11 o'clock. It's going to be mainly western portion of Oklahoma, a little bit, and also some north-southwestern portions of the state. We actually do have a little bit of a severe thunderstorm warning out in the panhandle of Texas. That'll eventually more than likely reach into the western portions of the state as we head later tonight. So that's, again, kind of right where we got the slight risk of severe weather down to the southwestern portions around Elk City. Starts to kind of creep a little bit into the metro here. Right now in Norman, we only have that marginal level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather for tonight. Main risk for this will be kind of large hail up to about quarter to about golf ball size hail. And then for your winds as well, we're going to kind of see that sort of area again, southwest and west with gusts up to about 70 miles per hour. If we do see some of those storms reach the metro, those can also bring in some gusty winds, but not expecting a lot for tonight. But tomorrow is where the picture kind of changes a little bit. We do have an enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather for Wednesday for the western portions of the state and west central portions. But here in Norman, we have that slight risk, level 2 out of 5. So main risk for your Wednesday is going to be kind of all hazards. Tornadoes on the lower end, but we're kind of watching that as we head forward. But hail and wind are going to be kind of the main threats Wednesday. And of course, we always have that flooding risk as we have any storms around here in Norman. So let's go ahead and time it all out. Let's start out for tonight. Again, we have those storms that have been firing out in West Texas. And those are going to kind of be a little bit scattered in nature. They're kind of make their way east. And again, not expecting a lot here in Norman and in the central part of the state. They're going to mainly just kind of die out as they head further. Our atmosphere is not that primed tonight, but tomorrow is where we're going to see that more primed atmosphere as we have some more higher dews. And we're going to start to see some storms pop up in the southwestern portions of the state. And as we can see, boom, big time line starts to form off to the west and east of I-35, marching its way east. And that's going to bring in some wind up to 70 miles per hour, some embedded hail, and some spin-up tornadoes. We're going to kind of watch that risk as it kind of heads forward. But again, that's going to be kind of what we're kind of seeing for Wednesday. Rain amounts, not expecting a ton, but only about a half an inch to maybe an inch. So it's a good drink. We'll take it. We'll take anything we can get right now. But that's not all. We do have another risk of severe weather on Friday. I know it's springtime, so we're starting to ramp back up. We got a slight risk out in the northern portions of this state, and that can eventually shift a little bit further south as we head forward into your Friday. So we're going to be mainly watching this low pressure here, and we're going to see how far south or north that goes. That'll kind of depend on where we see our biggest chances for severe weather, but that'll be kind of mainly Friday afternoon and into the evening. So we'll see that as we kind of head forward. But 7-day forecast looking pretty decent temperature-wise. We got some temperatures up into the 80s, but as we kind of head into your weekend, we're going to start to cool off a little bit down to the 60s as we'll have a couple of cold fronts that'll be kind of moving in. But as we head further, again, we have those severe weather chances tonight, Wednesday and Friday, but otherwise it's going to be kind of cooler and we're starting to kind of rebound back up into those 70s. So severe weather's back on the table. So it's been kind of all over the place this spring so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Parker, you know, spring is my favorite season because I love stormy weather, but I feel like here in Norman, we haven't seen that much this year.
Yeah, a lot of that's been kind of a little bit because we've had some high pressures that have been kind of building in over to the west side of us, and that's been kind of keeping us drier and warmer. We've seen some pretty hot temperatures so far this season, but again, spring is just only starting, so we can't, cut off any sort of chances we see later on. It's still going to be pretty active as we head forward next week.
Right. Well, since we haven't seen any of these, what should people be doing to prepare?
Yeah, just definitely, always kind of make sure you have, your severe weather plans, safety plans, precautions, and all sort of kits that you kind of have to be able to be prepared for any sort of, severe weather that impacts your area. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
A new honors college course is being added to OU's list along with some other schools in the SEC. This fall, honors students will have first priority to take a new college athletics course where they'll be exploring the future of college athletics. This class will be exploring topics including legal issues, revenue sharing, athletic department budgeting, licensing, sports marketing, and journalism. The collaboration of this course originated in Fayetteville, Arkansas during the 2025 SEC Honors Conference and now has 10 out of 16 universities in the SEC collaborating to offer the course. OU football gained their latest commitment today from a high schooler.
And one Sooner squad has the opportunity to host a competition that's the first of its kind.
It isn't all about the future, and I'm actually bringing it back to the present as 2 OU teams are set for midweek matchups today. The Thunder is rolling and win columns are growing. We'll talk about this next in sports.
Winter is upon us, and every Oklahoman knows that means unpredictable freezing temperatures. One of the main concerns with freezing temperatures is the damage they can cause to your home or business should they cause your water pipes to freeze over. Older homes, especially those without proper insulation or that have basements or crawl spaces with exposed pipes, are particularly susceptible to this. Here is Rachel Croft, City of Norman Water Treatment Plant Manager, to show you the proper steps you can take to prevent your pipes from freezing.
The good news is you don't need to run a whole lot of water in order to combat freezing from your pipes. Here's how you do it. Another thing that you can do to help is to open your cabinet doors to make sure that warm air throughout your home is getting to your faucet pipes. But you want to make sure to remove any harmful chemicals that any small children or pets could have the ability to reach.
Following these steps can help save money on your water bill and help to conserve Norman's water supply.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm Gracie Stubblefield, and it's time for sports. Starting out swinging, OU softball is back home today for a matchup against Wichita State. After securing the series against LSU over the weekend, the Sooners will wrap up the month of March against the Shockers in a single non-conference game. They are currently 26-2 in non-conference play this season and have only lost one game this month. Freshman Kendall Wells is on track to break a number of home run records this season, including the NCAA single-season record. First pitch is at 5 p.m. Staying on the diamond, after their first SEC series loss to number 2 Texas on Saturday, OU baseball is back on the road to take on Oral Roberts in Tulsa tonight. The Sooners have won 6 of their last 9 matchups against the Golden Eagles and will be looking to extend that win streak to double digits, with first pitch set for 6 p.m. Royal Court is in session as OU men's basketball takes on Colorado in the College Basketball Crown quarterfinals on Wednesday. Both teams have lost 12 games in conference play, and the Buffaloes will be down 3 key players. Heading into the game, Xavier Brown described the matchup as an opportunity to play and keep the team dynamic alive.
I would say definitely. You know, it's a great opportunity, and it's something we could build on, you know, summer workouts, spring workouts, just trying to, because all you're really trying to do is just keep that chemistry. And for the guys that will be back next year, I think this is a good opportunity, just playing in the, because it is postseason, so it's just good practice for what we really want to do next year.
Moving up I-35, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 47 points to help lead the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Pistons last night. After Danis Jenkins forced overtime with a failed three-pointer at the buzzer, the team scored 13 points in the extra 5 minutes as the Thunder secured their 60th win of the season with a final score of 114-110. In the midst of spring practice, OU football secured a commitment from offensive lineman Isaac Coffrin to become the 20th member of the 2027 recruiting class. His addition hopes to strengthen the team's offensive line moving forward. The countdown to September begins now as OU volleyball is set to host Ole Miss, Ohio State, and Washington during the inaugural SEC Big Ten Volleyball Challenge Week. The Caslin Fieldhouse will be one of the 11 sites to host, with the matchup set for September 2nd through the 4th. Reagan, Leah.
Thanks, Gracie. If you're looking for a way to add some meaning behind your morning brew, we have just the thing for you.
We'll have more details on how you can give back after the break.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here are some water conservation tips you can try. In the kitchen, collect the excess water you use to rinse produce and use it to water houseplants. Also, soak your pots and pans instead of letting the water run while you scrape them. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
The woman shot and killed after a police chase on Friday was identified. Oklahoma County deputies responded to a call reporting an armed woman. When police arrived at the scene, she dropped her gun, got into a truck, and took off. During the chase, she hit another car, injuring one person. She was shot by officers after pulling another gun on them. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Leah, Reagan, back to you.
Thank you for keeping us updated, Shayna.
Now moving on to some weather.
Yeah, no, we're going to be looking pretty stormy tonight, at least out west. We got that severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. We have those severe weather chances Wednesday, and then as we head into your Friday, we have some chances again. So there's going to be kind of some rounds and rounds of severe weather. Temperature-wise, not too bad, but I do want to actually real quickly highlight our weather call. For just $1 a month, $12 out of the year, you can sign up for that. You'll get a personalized voicemail from our OU Nightly meteorologist and alert you for any severe thunderstorm watches or tornado warnings or anything like that.
Well, thank you, Parker. Coffee lovers, if you're wanting to justify that $7 cup of joe in the morning, we might just have the thing for you.
This Friday, Norman PD is hosting Baristas and Badges, a benefit in support of Oklahoma Special Olympics athletes.
Officers will help serve you coffee at the Starbucks on Classen Boulevard from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m.
All tips will go towards helping 12,400 Special Olympics Oklahoma participants. Thank you so much for watching OU Nightly. I'm Reagan Garvin.
And I'm Leah Smith. Be sure to watch OU Nightly weekdays live at 4:30. Good night.